Gamers, welcome back. We will not be freaking suck this time. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I'm looking for like some old standbys, you know? Like when you play as the defect, you're always like, I could add an FTL to this deck. This always goes nice. I could always add like a ball lightning or something like that. You play as the silent, you're like, what do we usually take as the silent? I can't, adrenaline. Adrenaline was like an always take. Trying to think of what it is on the Ironclad. It's been a minute. And the Watcher, I don't even know, man. But I'll tell you what, let's take a random rare. Whenever you play a power heal for 2. I'm not necessarily... I could get 1 kill and take 7. Or I could take 4 and hopefully get the kill next time. We don't have a lot of HP to be gambling with here. So I'm gonna handle it thusly. I guess we should have done it like this, but that's okay. 1 strike means we win. Anyway, we'll figure it out. It's just gonna take a while to get back into it, I hope. Well, I guess I would rather it didn't take a while to get back into it, but you get the idea. I'm gonna try Desperado. Early damage seems important. We do, if we want to, we do have a shop early on, so let's take the Curse. Maybe transform Defend into... Play one of the top 3 cards in your draw pile. If Cheat is dead on, trigger its dead on effect. Okay. I wouldn't say I'm offended by it. Now you're already dead on. So it's possible you could cheat a snapshot, which is the best thing to do. But I should have played Memento first, because that's gonna just play the card. Yeah, okay. Well, you know what? We know for next time, I suppose. I'm also trying to avoid the common pitfall where I like get 1 card with a keyword and say, okay, we should just take exclusively dead-on cards for the rest of the game. I'm taking Short Fuse. Short Fuse early seems awesome. When you remove Strikes and Defends, you may also need to remove Short Fuse, but for now it seems good. And you know what, man? I mean, Feint seems like a great way to raise the damage you deal. Obviously, like, if we could afford a power, we do have Bird-Faced Urn. But damage is always good, man. Maybe just give me the headshot. It also plays nicely with Cheat, I suppose. Cheat 5 cards? It seems much easier to enable, man. 22 damage, also good. But this seems better for longer. Although maybe not as good early. I'm not gonna, like, embarrass myself by getting... like too into the heuristics of it right now. Like I could pretend to know the strategy of how to play as this character, but to be honest, I keep calling the keeper. I keep getting their name wrong. So, what about Smoking Barrel? I know Pogging Barrel. I don't know Smoking Barrel. Whenever you trigger a dead-on effect, your next attack does more damage. It also heals us for 2. So it's an interesting idea, I think. This is definitely a smack. No real reason to play the defend. Great start, though. Like, 45 damage turn 1. I don't think there's really... I guess if we play... Nah, well... The thing is, I don't think we want to draw this garbage next turn. This is, like, way too defend heavy. So let's play a cheat this turn to play Smoking Barrel. And then you're a dead-on effect, which raises the damage that we do with our next attack. It'd be nice if we could keep the dead-on effect stacking, but that seems smart to me, so we at least had a better chance to, like, draw defense. And this does 18 damage in and of itself, and then you're done. Dude, damn, are we piecing it together? I'm a big Fossilized Helix guy. Truth be told... I think we probably should try Overwhelming Power. Maybe it gives us, like, as long as we pay attention to the energy, it's not necessarily bad. Not necessarily bad. Let's go all in on this turn and see how we fare, man. Not to mention we have Fossilized Helix, so we can actually, like, take damage and not stress about it too much. So we can, like... We need to do 40 damage and you do 18, so we need to put 24 on top of that. That's annoying, but... That's, like, also exact change, right? Well, not exact change, I suppose, but... Alright. So if we end with 0 energy, we take damage. However, we can avoid taking that damage by... well, by using the artifact, but then we have to put up 20 block, which is really tough. I do feel like Smoking Barrel is a heal, which then lets Cheat get a dead-on effect on Headshot. We're gonna take 10 damage. I guess I can live with taking... Oh, I'm gonna take 20 damage because I ended on 0 energy, which is something that I discussed as per my previous email type stuff. Yeah, I understand what you're getting at here. And similarly, I'm like, here... I mean, I don't want the Dazes in my deck, but I also don't want to end on 0 energy. Okay, I'm starting to realize... It's like overwhelming power is maybe kind of embarrassing. Thank you for hitting the right enemy, at least. Kind of embarrassing that it took me this long to realize it. You don't play it early, you play it late as like a kill shot. Right. Otherwise we're losing like way more health than we're gaining. But at least we got a regen potion and blue candle. Snipe. I mean, these are all dead on adjacent. I just worry we have a few too many cards like this, and this that aren't actually... I guess you're kind of an attack, but... Draw is like a bit of a soft spot for us. Maybe an Itchy Trigger, which is an attack that also maybe makes another card free. I could see the utility of it. I would like to covet dumping this strike to... in my head, that somehow moved Snapshot closer to the side that I wanted it to be on. Which doesn't really make sense. I'm gonna handle it like that. We might have to slow play this one, unfortunately. But it's not really a slow play because Short Fuse will do a lot of damage when we send it off. You probably... I don't think we want to go all in, obviously. We can get 10 damage for one. It applied to the wrong fella, I'm sorry to say. Yeah, not great, in fact. So we're destined now to take damage. Any chance I could get some value out of that? It could reduce the cost of something by 1. You already know what I'm looking for. It was supposed to be Headshot. Okay, well, we're taking 5 and being made weak, obviously. Fellas, I'm all in. Why did I take 2 damage after playing Smoking Barrel? Am I a silly man? It wouldn't be the first time it's been suggested, for sure. You're alive? Don't end on 0, man. I can't believe I have to do this. But then this guy, I ended on 0. It's such a hard like muscle memory to break, man. You're done, fella. Don't use your last energy. Even if it gets you the kill, don't use your last energy. This is so embarrassing. Alright, get mogged, fella. I guess I'm going like all in, dead on type stuff here. At the start of your turn, concentrate. I'm gonna let it fly. Obviously, multi-hits would be good with the power that we have that makes our next attack deal 3 more damage. Just keep in mind, I've designed this rhyme to explain in due time. I was kind of hoping to get a defend. I was kind of hoping to get a defend. You know what we can do? Dump these 2. Itchy Trigger will become dead on. Which makes Called Shot work. Which makes Snapshot work. Which means with this we're taking no damage. Now it cost us a potion to have a fairly underwhelming turn, which I think is the sort of thing that should concern you a little bit. I think I'm gonna hit you, and we'll use our artifact to just block the damage this time, and then we'll ruin your life. Okay. Who's the boss? Don't answer that question, Tony Danza. I would like to... Let's get a block out there. I was really hoping for some kind of good event, but maybe combat is like one of the best events of all. If we're gonna get hit, let's go ahead and memento. I'm missing something. Like, why did that cause me to lose my artifact? Not my artifact, but my buffer, I should say. Am I insane? Is it bugged? I'm a little offended because I think I'm gonna die. I guess I don't have to. I could see if this gives me enough to get the kill. I guess we'd rather do 18 damage than apply vulnerable. It probably won't be enough to get the kill, but this will be enough to keep us alive. I guess, like, more than anything else, I'm just kind of confused, man. I'm just kind of confused as to what I'm missing. Maybe I need to read the card again more carefully. We need to stay alive. Okay, so it's a sad story to rest before the first boss on Ascension 5, but we need to get ourselves out of this. Prevent the next time you would lose HP. You apply one vulnerable to everyone, and apparently also cost me my... Oh, because it's blue candle! Oh my god. Well, now, I should have... I mean, the only reason I assumed it was a bug was not because I thought I was smarter than the game, it's just because I couldn't come up with any other plausible explanation, okay? So don't be mad at me. We don't need to play this. Turn 1, play short fuse. We would like to get our powers out there, but we need to get damage out there more. Snapshot is dead on, which allows us to play cheat for dead on. And I would happily... Does cheat exhaust? Probably does, but I'm still going to use it for heroic bravado. Called shot gets to work. Never mind, because we played... we played Desperado. One thing's for sure, we don't want to play Memento then until we've already lost our artifact. But having Rugged and Buffer seems kind of amazing, right? So let's covet, dump a defend. We're never going to put up enough block. Itchy makes a strike free. We'll take you to 76. That seems fine by me. Defense kind of disgusting here. Headshot's gonna work. I think we'll also concentrate at the start of every turn. Might as well dump Manifest. This would cause us to take 1 damage. Attack damage. It says attack damage, man. So there's a temptation to use this, but I don't really want to play overwhelming power anyway. So you know what? We'll wait on that. We'll simmer on that one. Snapshot works because we've got concentrate, so I think we'll just... To me, this is like a snapshot strike, play a slime. We could play Memento. I'm not worried about Rugged. It's just like I didn't have the best attacks in my hand, I felt. So this one, we're gonna take 20 damage as it stands right now. Actually, now that I think about it, the block didn't even affect anything there, so doing anything else would have made more sense. Let's start with the cheat into heroic bravado. So we start with 1 Rugged. I just need to split ya. If I can just split ya, then like this, and then this does 15 damage, which actually does 22 damage. We take 2. We may die just in time to have diagnosed like what was going wrong, which is a very sad story. Maybe another like guaranteed dead-on cheat into a bravado. We kind of have to... We don't have bravado, so use Desperado instead. Splitting you... Actually, now that I think about it, we're not even splitting you. But we are going to pass away. You're doing 16 damage. This block's not enough because we're frail. Wait. Hang on. Hang on. This is like exactly enough damage. We have 1 HP left. You got to be very careful with the way that you approach this one. I need to hit you. Hitting you as hard as possible would be for the best. A rugged is not going to do it. So I think you do have to overwhelming power just to give yourself a chance to survive. And then like a strike makes short fuse cheaper. 3 damage takes you to 14. That's so depressing, man. So I have to use... I actually can't kill you, which sucks. I can play a defend, I can play a manifest. 18, you're doing 25. The fact that I'm 1 shy of being able to kill you is devastating, dude. Plus, I'm gonna die to the to overwhelming power. All right. Well, that was a nice 15-minute warm-up. Let's call it like we see it. We made a lot of mistakes. I don't think I'm the type of guy who should be rocking overwhelming power. I think I got a little bit out over my skis there. I do love... I mean, this is awesome, man. Exhaust the card to gain 8 block. High Noon early seems crazy, too. And Heroic Bravado, I mean, if you could play it cheap, also seems incredible. I'm going to try the Adapt. And I think there's a lot of spice involved here. And it certainly is very, like, hungry for an upgrade. There I go talking about strategy again. Like, I got it all figured out after the 15-minute performance that you just saw, man. You should be sus about that. You should be skeptical. Let's get in there. I think no matter what, you want Adapt upgraded. To be able to play it and 1 more card so that it's not a totally dead turn on the turn in which you play it, that's what I'm talking about. Pizzazz gives us vigor. Roulette is 16 damage, discard, and draw. I need damage, so even though the relative cost of it seems kind of high, I'm willing to do it. I'm also going to cut defend. It should be easier for us to get defends. 30 soul burn. After 3 turns, they lose HP, removing soul burn. Blessing of the Forge. We probably, like, want to keep Fairy in a bottle. Molotov seems good against elites. So it should be easier for us to get blocks, so I don't mind, like, removing blocks as much. Let's go Memento. Strike, Roulette. Really, all we want to see is, like, now that I think about it, more strikes. I would even toss one of those on you. Taking 1 damage, like, doesn't matter to me at all. Okay, I'm starting to like it. Now, that was, like, the easiest enemy we could have asked for, but still. More draw. I like Enervate as a card. I think I should just play my defense, man. Although if I strike, then I get a free Enervate. And then I'll just hold it right there. I'm just stoked because we're on the cusp of being able to... That's fine. Maybe I could have... No, I don't think I could have killed you even with Memento. We're on the cusp of being able to upgrade Adapt. I think I gotta... Let's move you to the middle. We're probably all in, right? Move you to the middle. Hit ya. Enervate. Strike ya. Easy enough. First dead-on card triggered each turn back in your hand. Dude, an Enervate that goes back into our hand is very interesting. Okay. I'm willing to give it a try. So now, this is, like, necessary. And that if we could get an energy relic from the boss, if we're lucky enough to beat the boss on the first floor, I love it. I do want to play combo. I also don't want to get hit for the amount that you're trying to hit me for. There's not much I could do about that. I think I gotta hit you with, like, a roulette. I guess I should have struck and then hit you with a roulette, but I'll just hit you with that. 10 extra damage. We can covet. Covet is not gonna let us play Enervate. We should still, like, covet the Adapt because it's not gonna be playable. Okay. With taking 12, I honestly don't know if there was a better path for us there. I'm open to the idea, but I'm skeptical, I suppose. Now, taking 2, I'm not really sweating. I mean, having drawn 2 defense, I'll simmer on the adapt, but I am annoyed by the pace of the fight. That's pretty sick, though. I'll take 1 damage to... I can only do 24 with the Memento. If I just played Memento first! I don't know. Don't tell me how many situations there's been where if I just played Memento first, we would have had it. Because I know the number is probably high. It should not be the... It's even the first card in our hand. It should not be the last thing I evaluate on a turn. Deal 7 damage. Repeat on a random enemy for each dead on this turn. I mean, we are kind of like... I mean, you get the idea of what we're going for here. Combo to dead on, like to enervate. Bottled Flames, start with something in your hand. Problem is, it's going to be the number 2 thing in our hand. But actually, number 2 thing in our hand is kind of crazy because we only draw 5 cards. So if it's the number 2 thing in our hand, we just play we play position 3, position 4, position 5, and we're kind of good to go, right? I don't know. It's dangerous because I'm starting to feel like I know what I'm talking about. Oh, we have to play 2 cards. 2 cards. So, can we kill you? Can we put out 18 damage? Yes. But it'll make Enervate harder to hit. So, let's start with a defend. A strike enables Enervate, which makes a ricochet do a little better. I mean, to be honest with you, we're going to be vulnerable anyway, because you give us vulnerable when you die, so we might as well pop it now. We can't play Covet, so we might as well see what we got. I would... it repeats on a random enemy, but we choose the first enemy. I think that's as good as it could have gone. That's huge. That's not bad at all. Now, I respect the... You know what? I was going to say we got to get some blockers, but... I respect the snipe in this situation. I also think Cheat was like a great card for us last time that I didn't use appropriately. Our defend should be buffed by adapt. The question is, like, or the reality is I have to be able to play it. So I understand your concerns right now. Dump it. Enervate is going to go back in our hand. It goes very far away, which is not ideal. But if I then draw some cards, it becomes dead on again, and then goes back in our hand again. Now it probably becomes impossible to use. But Ricochet's kind of sick here, man. And a simple defend. We do take 6. I wish we didn't take 6. But I think that was still very nice. I think it's just an adapt defense. Choose a card to exhaust. Exhaust the strike. This is where I want to see this run go, because now defend. Cheat first. Cheat first. Get the card popped, which puts it back in our hand. Oh, but it also puts cheat back in our hand. I don't even know if that's good. Because I want to be able to use Enervate. Yeah, because then it'll put Enervate back in our hand and give us the energy back so that we can play Cheat, which allows us to then play Ricochet. Okay, this deck seems hard to pilot, but with a lot of power. Hard for me to pilot, but with a lot of power. I'm going to stay away. Oh, but Called Shot is going to be like so easy to activate, man. I can't stay away from that. I would love it if you healed me so I felt comfortable resting before the boss. Or not resting before the boss. I am going to rest, just to be on the safe side. I think given what we've been through, you can understand me having relatively low confidence right now. Start me off with a cheat here. I really don't want to play a roulette. I'm sorry to say, we'll just play a strike. I'll gain some decks as well. I'll get some combo pieces going. Enervate will be dead on, so it'll go back in our hand. I wanted you a little closer to the other side, but that's okay. Now, I was going to pop the vulnerability earlier, but I didn't because it would have ruined Enervate's dead on effect, which stops it from coming back into our hands. Have mercy, please. I'll hold you right there. One day snipe will work. I promise it to you. Me and adapt. I'll just play the defend here. Okay. So now I think we're in a what should be a really good position. You exhaust a defend. Cheat to play. Honestly, to play a strike. Which brings back a cheat. If I go, I gotta play cheat again though. How about cheat that triggers a dead-on effect? But it's not gonna trigger a dead-on effect. It's complicated, okay? We need cheat to trigger a dead-on card, so that called shot can then use dead-on. And I understand it's complicated, man. It's a complicated world out there. I was gonna say we're looking good, but actually we're kind of getting beaten up here. Please dump a basic strike. Give me a snipe just in case, and then roulette. I was just gonna say could draw something that like dead-ons. Not that it really matters for us in that situation. I'll be real with you. I think it makes sense to dump a memento. We're having a hard time playing it. You're gonna play a defend. It's gonna bring a cheat back. Some damage. What do you got there? Oh, it's just a strike, man. We could choose to exhaust nothing, but that doesn't seem like a sensible play. I'm gonna hold you right there. Okay, obviously we have to do damage. We have the potion. No one would dispute that we have the potion, man. This will put it back. We gotta start there. It hit roulette. But then also put cheat back in our hand. What are we getting out of this? We could get a called shot. Never mind. I'll take a ricochet, I guess. Still hits you pretty good. Enervate moves cheat to the middle, where we play it again. It got dead on, so use a called shot. It knocked you out. Okay, and you can see we're getting the combo pieces running. We should probably just dump a strike. Play Enervate. Play defend. Ricochet's gonna hurt, man. No, it's not gonna hurt that bad. It only hurts once because it's per attack. That's right. That's right. Don't dump. Well, I was gonna say don't dump anything, but honestly, dump a snapshot. They cheat. Cheat will activate Enervate, which then allows us to play a called shot, which moves cheat back to the middle. There's nothing in my draw pile, fella. There's nothing in there. You're not gonna find what you're looking for because what you're looking for ain't there. So I could hit you pretty good, but I'm gonna stop the bleeding. We kind of got it moving. I think I'm realizing something though. We definitely want strength, and the ideal form of getting it. Strike, please? Yeah, that's fine. The ideal form of getting it is probably Shuriken, because I almost feel like we could go infinite, but you gotta be careful. Having, great attacks that we can use more than once, also good. 2 random attacks from your discard pile into your hand, they cost 1 less this turn. Definitely helps get the combo going. I mean, having a heal also seems nice. Don't get me wrong. It being ethereal kind of stinks. Dead or alive, great for energy, but we don't really have a problem. I think we go Gambit. I don't really know what we're looking for, though. The start of your turn, reduce the cost of your most expensive card in hand by 1. Certainly can't take Choker. Let's take this. It's basically an energy relic, and it'll also make Adapt really easy to play. So we need a way to get more reliable defense. But otherwise, like I'm feeling a lot better than I thought I would feel about this. So adapt early is nice. The rest of it is not so nice. I don't think there's much reason to use Gambit here. You just like defend, enervate, and then oh, it was dead on. I played it too fast. I was like, there's no way to make it dead on. There is a way. Okay. Combo me. Still a really bad turn. But this time at least it's bad because we didn't draw stuff instead of just like not seeing the line. I'm gonna go crazy and say dump a roulette, man. I don't think I know what I'm doing with this card. That's not the card's fault, it's my fault. That one's unfortunate, but at least we don't take damage. We are going to lose a lot of gold. It turns out we're not really putting out the kind of damage we want to put out real quick. This time, exhaust to defend. Play a snipe. Gambit some cards. There's no cards to gambit back into our hand. Okay. Either way, it makes cheat easy enough to enable. You at least do some extra damage, which allows you to play cheat again on a strike. I swear I have some dead-on cards, like, in my deck somewhere. Apparently, they're impossible to find, but they do exist. Exhaust all unplayables. We can't really do that. I don't really think we want an upgraded snipe. I haven't really found the use case for snipe to begin with. Let's play a combo into a strike, an enervate that's dead on, which allows us to play a called shot, into a snapshot, into an enervate that's dead on, into, like, I'm thinking memento snapshot means you take 3 damage. We could have done a lot of damage with ricochet too, but I wanted to double dip. So give me an adapt. How about a cheat into a snipe? Because Gambit will then give us some free cards that I was like 99% guessing would have some dead-on effects at some point, but I guess I overestimated the amount of dead-on cards that are in my deck, despite only taking cards that have dead-on in the name, or in the text, I should say. So we'll snapshot. I mean, memento snapshot is also is going to do some damage to you. I can tell, like, you don't have to believe this. But we're so close to, forgive the term, grokking the essence of this. And I'm saying that in spite of what the term grok has become, okay? It's just the perfect word for the situation. I don't know what I'm doing, but I feel like it's like the image of the guy mining for diamonds. 99% of gamblers quit before they hit the jackpot. I feel like we're one swing away from the jackpot. I just got to figure it out, man. I think we take Midnight. We need a better blocker, and with Adapt, we can discard, or sorry, exhaust the impending doom in a lot of circumstances. That'll cost 155. This would then cost 120, which would mean we can't buy them both. I definitely want Bottled Tornado to start with Adapt in hand, and I think everything else is unnecessary. Now, you're kind of a piece. Is that what we needed? Is that the end game for us? Let's find out. Enervate allows Called Shot to draw a card. Pardon me, allows you to have a useless snipe. Now we're talking. Dump this Gambit, man. That's way too expensive. But Midnight for free, and then don't allow it to be dead on at the end of your turn. There you go. That's good enough. We'll dump a very expensive strike. Play a reasonably priced defend. A cheat that... Can I start by saying it's my fault? I should have looked at the amount of cards in my draw pile. But you're flicking me a little bit. You know it, I know it. I'm being flicked. If you think I don't know when I'm being flicked, you haven't seen Election starring Matthew Broderick, okay? Yes, it's a reference to the character Tracy Flick. Okay, that time I left Impending Doom in my hand. I didn't know what I was doing. We gotta finish you off on this turn, man. Well, honestly, we're probably coming back with Fairy in a Bottle. Well, we're actually gonna live. Which is kind of crazy. At some point, we should really use that middle potion. Please get out of my hand. Enervate only costs 1, technically. You wouldn't screw me on this, man. Yes, thank you. I'm glad I didn't exhaust roulette or remove roulette. That actually helped us a lot there. You know what? Give me a dive here as well. The more we thin out the deck... Okay, now you're really flicking me. I do feel like I need to save the potion. Because it would do so much more good against the elite coming up. Well, if we're going to die anyway, which it looks like we are, we should, like, apply vulnerability so I hurt you more. Which then allows me to not be so stressed about being vulnerable because we're going to use the Fairy in a Bottle anyway. It makes perfect sense. Dump a strike. Dive ain't so bad. I guess you'd combo first, then dive. So that you could strike and then dive again. And then you thin the deck out, you dive. The plated armor just gets stronger and stronger. We shouldn't need a midnight, honestly. Next dead on effect triggers twice. Okay, wait, hang on. We're still dead on. And we're still gaining plated armor. It's very slow, though. Now I'm realizing, like, 3 plated armor is pretty good, but, like, nothing lasts forever, you know? A roulette-cha? Nice snapshot, nice strike. I'm hoping that, like, at some point we get something that plays off of, like, the number of attacks that we make in a turn. Because we're definitely not there yet. Like, my ability to kill enemies seems lower than I need it to be. This is crazy, man. I think dump a cheat in this situation. It's not a punitive dump, by the way. Don't debase yourself. I was just like... You know, it just seemed like given the cards that we drew, that was for the best. Now, I do think... A fella like me is going to rest. I'm going to rest because I'm scared. It's that simple. Now, you guys, you're annoying enough. We'll throw a bomb on this guy, I think. Enervate works immediately, so let's use it. Don't die on turn 1 if you can avoid it. Adapt. There's got to be a better card in our draw pile, man. It should be dive. We won't get the plated armor, but we got 3 extra block out of it. 15, 20. So we're taking 16. We're going to 24 plus weakness. But we can dump a covet, even though I think covet's not necessarily that bad. Roulette, because it's cheaper. Maybe a snipe that allows us to get 8 block off of a snap. Oh, okay, it did give us 8 block. It just doesn't trigger the damage twice, which is fine. You are doing 15. Plus 9, you're doing 24 damage. This does do 13 damage to everybody, but I feel like we block a little bit more up front, and also hurting them for 13 as well goes crazy. Dump a called shot on this turn, man. So you're taking 30 on this turn. Very nice. To me, it seems plausible we could avoid dying. No, never mind. Because you're doing 29. I can only do... I can do 16 damage. Oh my god, I might live. Play Gambit, draw 2 strikes. Exactly enough damage to kill you. We live with 4 HP, okay? Don't get rid of a defend. I would 5-5, we're gonna have 8. Okay, we can get rid of 1 defend, actually. It's a hot decision, don't get me wrong. Let's just not tempt fate, right? We could have killed you that turn, I'm sure, but the odds of us not being able to kill you this turn are... They were low, but then we drew exclusively wounds. This is not looking great, people. Ah! Why do I do so little damage? Okay, pair might keep us alive for a minute. 12 damage plays all strikes in your hand. I just find it unlikely. I don't really want high caliber. It's like I feel like I need more offense and more defense. I really have no idea what to buy. I honestly think maybe there's a case to be made for a potion, but we're gonna like use a potion once and then it's done, obviously. Removing a card from your deck might keep you going forever. I guess removing strikes is not because strikes are necessarily that bad for what we presently got. It's more... obviously I can't do that. It's more because we want to make sure that we're basically only drawing dead-on cards. You're dead-on. The only thing that really... I mean, a snipe works if we could get Enervate closer to dead-on. Which we can do by playing a strike first, then Enervate. Perhaps a Gambit, which brings back a strike, and an Enervate, which we can put in the middle by using a Covet. Don't talk to me about Memento. Obviously, if we play Memento, one of them probably dies, but I'm only realizing that now. Okay, dump a defend. I'm going to use the potion because I'm scared. This moves Snapshot to the middle. So I'm going to Snapshot, Called Shot, Free Strike, Combo. And I think we might as well just Ricochet, man. It's not a huge Ricochet, but... 20 damage. I will exhaust a... I'll exhaust a defend. Play a Midnight. And then just play you. I can't finish with 2 cards in hand. Or 1 card in hand. So I'm just going to do 7 damage and then end my turn. Because I don't want... Even if, everybody taking 13 is good because there's more of you than there are of me. But it's bad because I would also take more damage. You, my friend, should... You know what? Kind of sucks, but do me a favor and just play a defend. That was not what I was hoping to get out of it. But Enervate cycles around. Snapshot becomes more functional. Cheat comes back out. Triggers Letter Opener, which actually is kind of big. Manages to get you. Oh, sure, I'll play Dive. I mean, maybe we just want to go in on you. 1 plated armor when you're gaining, like, 4 strength a turn. Now that I think about it, doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. I would defend. Roulette for 1 is something that I could live with, man. And then Enervate cycles itself. And it does not cycle itself again. If I play this, we'll have 4 cards, and Impending Doom will be one of the cards that's dead on. But it will hurt me. Well, it's already dead on, just for the record. But I'm like, if I play a strike, we will only take 13 damage. You'll be killed before you can do 18 damage. There's a lot going on here. I really don't want to gain 2 weak. I'll stick with another dead-on card. See, now this is tempting. Exhaust a card, deals 16 damage. If you exhaust a curse, deals 16 damage to all enemies instead. I don't know why I'm looking at it as if like, oh yeah, we should really buy that. All we need is a loan of 60 gold that can't possibly exist. Alright, fella. Be careful who you call ugly on fight 21. Because suddenly everything has changed, man. 9 block, 2 upgrades. We might as well pop this. We know we're going to have to play Adapt. 26 damage turn 1. Could be worse. Realistically, Gambit's too expensive to function here. Pop a Midnight. Some plated armor. With this setup, I don't mind making Impending Doom hit Snecko, man. We're gonna get hit, like, slightly as well. But it hurts you more than it hurts me, let's put it that way. We definitely do not want a 2-cost snipe. Or a 2-cost called shot. Kind of. Oh, it still drew 1 because roulette counts as being 1. Okay, that makes a lot of sense, man. This time I'll exhaust Impending Doom. And I mean, it's kind of a nothing turn, but as long as nothing also means that I'm not taking any damage, I'm not too concerned about it. I think we dump the Memento. Makes Enervate cyclable. Cheat hits a dead-on card. Oh, baby, Enervate cycles itself. Oh, never mind. But if it did, it would have been sick. Either way, okay, the engine is working, man. I'm kind of getting lost the more cheats we play, but I can live with it. 3 random cards. I don't even know what. Like, maybe we want. Vantage is already upgraded. Maybe putting yourself in a position where you can cheat more Vantages out to get your whole deck upgraded, kind of like a poor man's apotheosis. I probably should have just rested. Now that I look at it. Let's play the dead-on cheat first. It lets Vantage pop. Called shot. Covet. Dump a defend you don't need. Dead-on cheat. Not really the one we wanted to see. You have to play Adapt. Should have played Memento earlier. Okay. But not that bad. Dump a strike. I am skeptical that we're going to be able to pull this one out now that I look at it. I just don't think we have enough. Like, I don't think we kill fast enough, I guess, is the way I'm trying to describe it. Gambit at least brings some cards back. If I could, like, snipe, play the dive, then play called shot, then snapshot is dead on, and we at least get double the block. We don't get double the damage because it would have killed you, but we get double the block. Let's dump an expensive defend this time. I think this is the turn you pop Memento. It makes cheat go dead on, which can give us, I mean, more block would be nice, but also 2 plated armor. We're going to struggle a little bit here. Also, it was 1 plated armor. I don't know why I thought it would be 2 plated armor. Dump a defend. But it's getting tight. Shuffle your cards. Combo is pretty good, man. I don't think we really want to play a Covet for no reason. We're going to be debuffed to the gills here. Okay, so after 20 turns, we got all our setup cards out there. Now it's time to make it really fly. All right, so we're gonna call the shot first to enable this to. Okay, well, it will take 13 damage, but we'll take 16 damage off the board. Oh, maybe we just play this again, man. How much damage are you doing? 43? No, 53? We're on 54. Or would you rather put up 6 block? No, you would rather put up 9 block. take 16 damage off and then take 13 damage raw from Impending Doom for sure. You know, that's one you don't have to really crunch the numbers on. Let's dump a Covet. I know it seems a little crazy, maybe. Play a Memento. I like the concept of playing a free Ricochet to then get like an Enervate out there. You could play a Snapshot to get another Enervate out there, which then allows you to get a Snapshot out there. Then allows you to get a dead-on effect from Cheat, which can trigger a Cheat, which can trigger the dead-on effect from this, which can then give you Letter Opener. I really think we have no way of living long-term, but this kind of, some of the things we've been able to do here have been kind of cool. We certainly need this. I don't really want Impending Doom to be in the middle. We're on 45, you're doing 43. Well, then I'm going to leave you right there, because playing another Defend would move this to the middle. It would move the Impending Doom to the middle, I should say. Okay, dump the Impending Doom. Maybe this is our time, man. I don't know about all that. Okay, cheat outs. Probably we want to cheat out the Enervates. And then play this for free. It will not get the dead-on effect. So just give me the 8 block then. And then this will come out, and it will get the dead-on effect. So please give me 8 extra block. 36 plus 2 plus 2. We're going to die. I really, I hope you realize I gave that a good college try. I was crunching some numbers in my head. At some point, we're going to get a run that works. But for now, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy it. If you did, click the like button. Helps it a great deal. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future. I'll see you next time. Later.